Hi guys, welcome to the Crafty Maven YouTube channel, and this is In Your Pocket Tuesday, and I just showed you the inspiration piece for this week. So basically what I took from this is kind of the muted colors from the palette as well as the nature theme. I have quite a bit of nature stickers and die cuts and such, and I thought it'd be a perfect opportunity to use up some of my old stash. And these cards that I'm using, or all the cards that I'm using today on the layout, are from Tim Holtz, and I got them for Christmas for my mom, and I thought it was a good opportunity to use these as well because they had kind of a floral nature theme to them. So that is kind of what I'm doing for this page. So for the title card, I'm just taking a cream colored cardstock and then I'm going to be mounting that card on top of it. And I just trimmed it out. All the cards from the Tim Holtz little set that I have are rounded corners, and normally that doesn't bother me, but for some reason on this layout I really felt like I wanted to have the straight edges, so I did trim them out. So my title cards are all the same this year for 2017. Or all the same, meaning that I'm going to be doing the week number in this Veterans typewriter font, and I just put the week number and the date range, and I'm going to do that on all of my title cards for 2017. And then also another common theme that I have in 2017 is using journaling strips that are typed and then trimmed out. So you'll see that too on this layout. So I thought this card was looking a little dull with just the stickers and the card. So I'm going to add some of these kind of iridescent sequins. They're for the most part clear, but they do have kind of like a different color when you kind of change it or move it around in the light, and I really like that, and I thought I'd add just a little bit of extra thing that this card needed. The stickers are from an old sticker sheet that I've had in my stash for quite some while, and they have kind of a glittery purple color to them. So that's that first title card. Now I'm going to work on another 3x4 card, and these cards from Tim Holtz are slightly larger than 3x4, so in order to fit them in my pocket, I guess it was good that I didn't really want the rounded corners because I did need to trim all the cards down in order to fit them in the pockets appropriately. So I'm just using my Creative Memories, I think it is. Paper trimmer that I absolutely love, and I use it mostly on my photos, but on these little bits and pieces it's absolutely perfect to use. So this is just another sticker. I think it's actually from the dollar store. My mom had got it for me for Christmas a couple years back. And then that floral piece is just a die cut pack from, I think, oh, what is it called? Oh, I can't remember, but it's a die cut pack with all kinds of floral stuff. And that purple flower that I'm putting down the page now is also from that kit. And then that dragonfly is just a dimensional sticker that I've had in my kit. And then I'm also adding those journaling strips to this card. And I'm going to glue these down with my Scotch tacky glue, and I just have it in a fine liner bottle. I get lots of questions about that. So that's a fine liner bottle, and then I just add the glue to that bottle. So there's a close-up. And now I'm going to be moving on to another card. Now this one is a 4x6, but the photo I was using was awfully small, and I didn't like any of the 4x6 cards that were in the kit, or none of them are what I wanted to use, and I wanted them to kind of look like this patchwork kind of quilt, so I wanted to use two of the squares. So I just butted them up together, used a piece to anchor them on, and then I'm going to glue that whole piece on top of this cream colored cardstock. And I am using cream colored cardstock in my journaling strips and in my background on some of these cards because the kind of tone of the Tim Holtz cards are also that kind of cream color. So I'm just going to add a little bit of lines around this card just to kind of bring your eye into the card. It felt like things are kind of falling off. And then I'm just going to glue this whole little ensemble down, and then I'm going to add my photo here. It's a little too large, so I'm just going to trim that down with my trimmer, and then I'm going to add this little acetate piece. It's kind of a aqua foiled flower. This is really cool skeleton leaf. I had these in my stash for forever, and I thought this is a perfect page. I thought it went really well with the theme of the Tim Holtz cards. So I'm just going to add that down, and because it's kind of hard to glue those, I'm going to put a staple on it, and then I'm going to put this tag on top, so you're not even going to be able to see that staple. And I'm going to glue that down. Most of these things that I'm using are stickers, but I have had bad luck with things staying on my pages. So I'm just being uber careful, and I'm adding extra adhesive to most things just to be on the safe side. Plus, in order to kind of get my layout set up, I put all of my stickers on top of wax paper, and then that way I can move my stickers around without using a powder tool, which I use sometimes, but I find the wax paper is just a little bit easier. I'm not sure. I think I kind of like keeping that adhesive, and that's why I do that. And I'm just adding a couple staples onto some of these cards just to kind of add some extra texture, and I don't use my tiny attacher nearly enough. So now I thought some of these other cards could use some of that same sequence. I'm going to be putting about 3 of them on this card, and I'm going to glue them down also with my Scotch tacky glue. Sometimes I use the Scotch tacky glue. I prefer glue dots, but because these are kind of a clear sequence, I thought this tacky glue would be a better option. So I'm going to do some more sequence on this card as well. And then that card is done. And then this is just a picture of my daughter's Girl Scout troop, and I have those sticky notes because I don't have permission to show all the girls, so I didn't want to have them on camera, so that's why the sticky notes are there. And I'm not going to really show too much of this card because it's kind of hard to see when I have sticky notes and hard to put the journaling strips down as well. So you're going to kind of see my general idea of how they look, but you're just not going to see the card being put together. In the close-ups at the end, I will try to have some of those photos so you can see kind of what the card turned out to be. Here's just a plain 3x4 card of an IKEA cart, and I have some little journaling strips here, and I'm going to add that down here just by trimming them out and putting it with my sticky or my tacky glue. Here is a picture of my daughter in a play. So this is the first time she's ever been in a play. It was up at the junior high, and she was one of the frogs in the Princess and the Pea play, and I think she's adorable, and she's right in the middle. And I thought their costumes were great. One of the moms had made the costumes and had the little eyeballs, little froggy eyes on top of like these little headbands, and they just turned out really, really cute. So that label that I cut out is from one of the Tim Holtz cards. It is just the same kit that I was using for the cards, and I just wanted the label piece. And then I have another one of those dimensional butterflies. I'm adding my journaling down there. And that bottom part of the stage was the perfect place to put that journaling strips. And I'm going to add a few little sequins here and there, again, just to bring that sequence across and around the page because I thought it could use a little extra. And that's that card. Now I really, really, really love this card, so I didn't want to do too much to it. So I'm just going to add one of these little butterfly stickers that have some of that purple glitter on them and a couple journaling strips, and then this card is going to be done. Like I said, I kind of wanted to keep this one simple just because I thought it was so gorgeous. Oh, and I do add a couple sequins as well, just to add that again around the page. So you'll see me add the sequence a little later. Now this is another journaling card. I'm going to add just journaling strips and this little sticker down here to the bottom corner. But first I'm going to work on another card. I started working on this and I realized I want to do some journaling strips on this picture of the orchid. Me and my mom went to the orchid show at a local botanical garden, and I love the orchid show. I don't think I've been to the orchid show since, oh, I don't know, maybe I was in high school, which was many, many years ago. But I absolutely love the orchid show, and the flowers are just stunning. So I had to get a bunch of pictures. This is just one of the pictures, but I took a lot of other pictures that I didn't necessarily include in my Project Life album. So now I'm just trimming up my journaling strips, sticking them down, and adding some sequins on this card as well. I figured you didn't want to see me cutting and gluing all those strips down for all the cards, so I kind of passed right by that for a little bit. So instead, you get to watch me put sequins down. But there they are. They're all down, glued down, and you do see the white glue right now, but they will dry clear, and so you won't see that white glue. This is another one of my absolutely favorite cards in this collection. It's got like a nest and some eggs and some old font. That was really, really cool. Sorry, that was my dog that just barked there. He scared me. Hopefully he didn't scare you guys too. He heard something in the kitchen and he got nervous. Anyway, moving on, that little bumblebee is one of the same acetate pieces that I use on the other side of the layout, except it's a little bumblebee and it is that same aqua silvery foil color, so it's really pretty. And that sticker on the bottom is just a dimensional sticker. It's another one of the dollar stickers that my mom picked up for me for Christmas a couple years ago. And that one is done. I really like the dimension on that one. Now I'm working, I think, on the last two cards, I believe, of this layout. They're both going to be pictures of the waterfall, and then one's going to be a picture of me and one's going to be a picture of my mom. And I'm going to be adding another one of those skeleton leaves here as a layering piece behind this butterfly. And I really like how these photos turned out. I thought that was great background with the waterfall in it. And so while I'm finishing up these last two cards, I want to thank you guys so much for joining me. Hopefully you'll head over to our Crafty Maven Facebook group and play along with us on our challenges this week. And hopefully I would like to see your pocket pages as well. So if you have any questions, make sure you leave those below. If you haven't already, please subscribe. And if you have any questions, definitely leave those in the comments as well. And if you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up. And the still shots of the overall layouts will be here at the end in just a few minutes. And then what I'm doing now is just adding a few staples on, and then this is the end of the layout. I want to thank everybody that has subscribed so far and hope you guys are enjoying the Crafty Maven, and I will talk to you again very soon. Have a great day. Bye, guys.